Tyler Orton from Business in Vancouver joins us now to look at the markets. And Statistics Canada releasing its new housing price index this morning. Tyler, what did they find?
Well, every time I'm talking about housing data when it comes to Metro Vancouver, I always seem to be talking about how we're just pulling away from the rest of the nation. To one degree, that is true this year when we're looking at year-over-year numbers. But if we break down the numbers, I'll explain why it's not quite the same when it comes to month. Now, overall, new housing prices, they're up across the country 2.7% year over year, but just 0.2% from July to August. But if we look at Metro Vancouver, of course, our prices year over year, that could be a little misleading when we see that 5.4% jump, but they're unchanged between July and August. So that's actually a big difference from the national average of 0.2%. Just 0% in Metro Vancouver. Same goes for Victoria, unchanged from July to August, whereas year over year, they actually saw a bump of 3.8%. So it's interesting to me that we're actually pulling away from what we typically see in Metro Vancouver. And of course, just in August, that was the first month that we had that foreign buyers tax implemented. So there are questions about whether that's impacting new housing prices at this point as well.
All right, interesting. We also quickly want to mention, because I thought they were doing so well, when Aritzia decided to go public, they had a lot of interest, but now they're posting a huge loss in its first quarterly results.
Yeah, this is the first time we've been able to see their financials since they went public just earlier this month. And what we're seeing is that they actually had net revenue of $157 million, almost $158 million. That's up 30.1% compared with the second quarter. These, of course, are third quarter financial results. But that net loss that we're seeing of $67.3 million, that could look a little misleading, though, because, of course, the previous quarter they posted a profit of $4.7 million. The reason for this big disparity from quarter to quarter is because they actually had to pay out nearly $91 million in stock-based compensation to people once they went public. So the real thing that we're going to be looking for is what happens when they release their fourth quarter financials. I think we won't be seeing quite that big loss that we're seeing in this particular quarter.
All right. Tyler, thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Randy.
Thanks. Tyler Orton from Business in Vancouver this morning. All right.